Um, my highest aspiration with my magic ghost numbers is to fractalize and find the inner space of all magic ghost numbers, including the higher polyhedra beyond the cube. Um, this is sort of like my makeshift altar to my research. And this is the traditional way of constructing a basic magic ghost number cube in addition form. You start out with the primary numbers 6, then you add the primary numbers together to get the central ghost number, and the central ghost number is just the outer ghost numbers. 3 times the central ghost number. 21 plus 21 plus 21 is 63, but I'll get to that. Then you do the outer primary numbers, which are also blue. Then you add the cubicle. You add to the corners to get the secondary numbers. And then you do the secondary numbers to the outside as well. And these are the 3 ways to determine the accuracy of the cube. You can just do the cubic numbers on the outside to give you 63, or you can go diagonally into the resulting inner ghost numbers in purple that are the cubic form of the inner octant. 18 up here, 45 down here is 63, 27, 36 is 63, 36 and 27 is 63, and 27, 36 is 63. Or you can just simply add 21, 21, 21 is 63, which is what I did right here. This is the alternate form of constructing a magic ghost number cube. You fractalize the cube and take the fractal central ghost number, the equivalent of constructing a magic ghost number cube. This is a primitive, I guess that's what I called it, because it doesn't have no face or edges, it just has corners. And then you'll see that 21 goes into 84, which is the accumulation of all these cubes 4 times, which is 4 cubes to a face. Then this is a 3 by 3 by 3, which is what this model is right here. This mobile and 3 by 3 by 3, and 21 goes into the accumulation of all these miniature fractal ghost numbers, 189 9 times, which is the face, the 9 faces. And the primitives come directly from the primary numbers. The primitives are the inner ghost numbers, and the secondary numbers also come directly from the primary numbers. You can place inner cube space. The primitive formed a full magic ghost number cube, which is right here. If you added 6 3 times, it's 18. That's why it's primitive. If you added 15 3 times, it's 45, and so on. These are an additional types of magic ghost numbers that I've discovered. The different ways of using the central ghost number itself and manipulating the inner ghost numbers to create the 9, I believe there's 9 types of these types of ghost numbers, magic ghost number cubes. These show the same things over again, and these show same things. The reversal and crosswise. I have crosswise intersection calculations. And this shows how each ghost number in a cube can be its own central ghost number for a new magic ghost number cube. And these show the different ways of taking the diagonal cubes and doing some calculations on them for the cubic octane ghost numbers. This shows where I'm at now. The 2 different frontiers that I have. The platonic solids that I'm sticking with because it just seems easier than all the many other different types of solids there are. The tetrahedron is just a flattened out magic ghost number square. And the octahedron is the inverse to the magic ghost number cube. So I'm left with the dodecahedron and the isosahedron, which are inverse of each other, and the sphere, of course. And so that's the frontiers I'm at now. I'm working on these models for higher polyhedron, dodecahedron, and isosahedron. I have yet to get an inner isosahedron like I've done with this geometric terrarium. And these are some fractal cubes I've made based directly on this fractal cube, 3x3x3. And what I've done is, if I can step over here. What I've done is to try to find out some generalities of this fractal cube. I fractalize these with 1s on all sides to determine the difference between the corner fractal cubes. And then these have no faces and no edges, but the 3x3x3 has faces and edges. And I've noticed that the corner fractal cubes never change, while the face and the edge cubes do change in relation to each other in the corner cubes. And this is a fractalization of a central ghost number cube. And if you remember, all ghost numbers can be considered the central ghost number to a new magic ghost number cube. This shows a 2x2x2, 3x3x3, 4x4x4, 5x5x5, and it goes on. And these are just hand drawn, they're not accurate, but I did put as many lines in there as is called for, but it's not measured or exact. This shows the fractalization of a cube, of an inner ghost number cube, central ghost number cube. And that you just saw is an illustration of what I've done over the past few days. Calculated the relationships of the edges and the corners and the faces. And this shows just the beginning of the view when all their corners, edges, and faces are added together. They mark out 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64 of the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 magic ghost number cubes or fractalized cubes. So what I'm doing with all this is that the two frontiers that I believe are the end of the magic ghost numbers altogether are the fractalizations to find the inner space of all magic ghost numbers in the solid, platonic solids. Those are going to be hard enough by themselves, but I believe every type of solid, and even surfaces, planes like the magic ghost number square, has a central ghost number in it, and to find the inner space beyond the central ghost number is what I'm after with these two models that I'm working on. The fractalized central ghost number cube and the higher polyhedras, the opposing, the opposite dodecahedron and icosahedron. So, well, thanks a lot.